Hey there, and welcome to TopX. I'm Tim.
I'm George.
And we are from Insert Coin Theater.
The best show ever.
Yeah, best podcast in the whole wide universe.
The universe world.
We
said it.
Yeah, we said it. So TopX is a show where we go through our top X of games.
Of stuff.
Yes, our top amount of things, which is so descriptive. So today's topic for our first episode ever, number 1.
The first episode of TopX.
Top.
Like how it faded away like that?
It was good. It was good. So this is the top 5 World War II shooters.
Beautiful genre, man.
Oh, I miss this.
Passionate and violent about those games.
I miss the WW2 shooter.
WW2, man, so good.
So let's start off with number 5. Number 5 is Day of Defeat Source.
Day of Defeat. You
So-
get so much defeated.
Indeed. So Day of Defeat Source is a Source engine game, obviously.
All the way.
Yes, so
So it's
built on the same engine
from
that...
the source, you could say.
Yeah, thanks. built on the same engine that TF2, Team Fortress 2, or Counter-Strike are built on. And it's players... It's a competitive game, and there's... Wow,
As most shooting games are.
Thank you. So there's territorial control, where one team tries to dominate the other by controlling every point on the map, and then there's detonation, where one team plants bombs and the other tries to disarm them, and the hope is that all the bombs that were planted blow up.
Kaboof!
They win. They win points by that. And the game has a fair variety of classes, and there's 6 in total. And each has their own ideal circumstances for use, such as
Variety is the
sniper.
spice of life.
It is, such as sniper, close quarters
pretty good
assault
snipers.
with a submachine gun.
I love the sound effects, man. That was
Thanks.
great.
Medium to long range rifleman.
Pew, pew,
And then there's a few more that I didn't bother to write down because I'm
pew,
lazy.
pew. That's the sound they make, though. They shot lasers back then.
So this is alternate
This
reality.
is World War
1940.
Laser War
World War
II.
3. War of the Worlds, War
There
3.
you go.
World War of the Worlds.
Gee, what?
Did I just blow your mind?
I think I just urinated myself from fear.
All right, number 4, The Saboteur.
Saboteur. Now, I know this one's pretty close to your heart, man.
Yeah, this game means a lot to me. I don't know why. It got me through some tough times. It's a good game though. Like
It saved my marriage.
oh, not quite that, but it was some bad times in life, and it was one of those games that really pulled me through. And I beat the crap out of this game. I even jumped off the Eiffel Tower. So, anyways,
Because why wouldn't you?
The Saboteur. It's a sandbox game set in Nazi-controlled Paris, France. And as a player, you control Sean Devlin, who's an Irish race car mechanic.
That's a good combination.
It's weird, isn't it? It's actually based off a real person. I just can't remember the name. I guess this was like kind of a
his name
based
was,
off a true story type thing.
Clover McFarlane.
So the story snowballs, which leads Sean to work with the French resistance to free Paris from Nazi occupation. So it was an Irishman
Nazis.
going, "We."
Yep. She's like, "Hey, that's my beer." I wasn't even Irish. I was like German, or I don't even know what happened.
Jawohl.
I think I passed out, blacked out midway in between that. Sorry.
Players get to explore a large map of Paris and some of the French countryside, as well as bits of Germany. The game uses color as an indicator. If it's been black and white, it's been oppressed by the Germans, and if it's fully color, it's liberated through Sean and the French resistance's actions.
Kind of like what Mirror's Edge does with
a little bit,
the stuff
except
you can
that's the
climb on.
flow.
Yeah,
It's a little
this
different.
is his flow.
What, rescuing places?
Yeah.
I guess so. I guess you're right.
See?
Sort of, in a
Damn.
weird, confusing way. This was the last game
George
released by
way.
Pandemic Studios, the same people who made Mercenaries 2. I
See?
know. Sad
That
day.
was-
That was a good co-op game.
God,
it was
we lost a lot of
horribly
everything.
glitchy.
We
but it
ruined.
was fun.
We broke it at least 20 times. At least.
I'm sure. I mean, we should have been beta testers for that game, like
Yep.
QA.
If you find
analysts.
anything wrong with it, we'd find it.
Yeah. It's and as we said, it's one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
I love the Saboteur. So number 3. Let's look at number 3. Here's number 3. Battlefield 1942.
I'm gonna sharpen my knife.
1942. Battlefield 1942.
Battlefield
1942. So pretty much the cool thing about Battlefield was it had these huge battlefields.
Yeah,
obviously.
massive.
Battlefields and Battlefield. Go figure.
Who'd
But it
have
had these
guessed it?
massive areas with tanks, planes, and helicopters, which was amazing.
It's very
at the time.
dynamic.
It was very dynamic. And they had these just massive open world battles, and they were just the grandest that you'd ever seen. I mean, it was just
nothing
mind-blowing.
to compare to.
And it launched off the entire Battlefield franchise, which ended up
Is
going
now
as
huge.
to Battlefield 2, Battlefield 2142, Battlefield 1943, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. it goes on and on and on.
Battlefield 5,
and then,
6, 7.
And then Battlefront, which is going to be Star Wars, but based out of that same engine, I believe, which will be amazing because I love Star Wars. Star Wars
If you didn't know.
If you didn't know. So it had 5 classes: Scout, Assault, Anti-Tank, Medic, and Engineer. And the game is cool because it forces more cooperation amongst usually spread out and disparate players.
Yeah, which you don't find often.
Yeah, because to be able to get the controlling points needed to win, you had to work as a team, which was awesome.
The only way.
That's part of why I like Battlefield so much, is because it's really hard to lone wolf in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
you'll get
wrecked. You lose every time. All right, and then number 2. Are you ready for number 2?
Number 2.
Oh, this is going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. You ready? Because I know you love this game.
God.
Call of Duty World at War.
Oh,
yes.
I gotta change myself.
Call of Duty World at War.
Such a god.
How many hours did we put into that game?
I want to go back in time.
How many hours did we put into that?
Too many.
So many.
At least.
We played that on
life.
We played that on what, the 360, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put a lot of time into that.
God, so good.
Yeah, it has a really good single player that led into Black Ops and Black Ops 2 storylines.
Yep.
It was all, connected.
Yeah, and didn't it have zombies as well?
Yeah, it was the first with a zombie killing minigame with a co-op minigame.
Which we wrecked too.
Nazi zombies. Yeah, we spent a lot of time in that.
That alien
and the game covers the Pacific Theater in the single player and the European Theater. Starts on Mackinac Island with the Marines and the Battle of Stalingrad with the Russians. And of course, it had that famous Call of Duty fast-paced multiplayer of awesomeness,
which was just out of control. Delicious.
It was so good. I think it's.
And it was one we were actually good at.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
It's one of my favorite.
Get destroyed.
One of my favorite modern shooters for sure. All right, you ready for number 1?
Number 1.
Number 1, Medal of Honor Allied Assault.
That's how much Allied assaulting we were doing.
We just assaulted all of our allies.
Yep, they're all gone.
All right, so Medal of Honor Allied Assault is my favorite multiplayer shooter, World War II shooter by far. I love this game so much. So the core game, excluding the expansions, has just this sprawling, epic single-player campaign that covers Algiers, Norway, Omaha Beach on D-Day, and occupied France. And the multiplayer, the core multiplayer, has 4 modes: deathmatch, team deathmatch, rounds-based deathmatch. I can't speak English ever when I do these things, and objective mode. But the real strength behind Medal of Honor Allied Assault, or MOHA, wasn't in the core modes, but the community contributions. And I mean, the core modes were strong, but the community contributions were awesome. They had a freeze tag, capture the flag, countdown, which required a player to hold an item for a specific time length or else it'd damage their team, and base builder. And sadly, GameSpy, when it shut down, the server browser broke, which makes me very sad.
I know, they always try to make us sad.
Yeah, and though there are still a few servers floating around that you can direct connect to, and last time I checked, which was earlier today, there were about 100 people playing, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's not a lot of people, but for the game came out in 2002, so it's a 13-year-old game.
Yeah, I wish World at War would have had people still playing it.
I wish that it was as popular, because it's a great game. I tried to play World at War a little while ago, and all the servers are like hacked servers, and they're not even enjoyable to play because it's like people run super fast or unlimited ammo or all unlocks or whatever. So yeah.
Anyway, so that's the
number
first
1
episode of TopX.
Yes, number 1 in episode 1 is Medal of Honor Allied Assault. So thank you so much for joining us.
I hope you enjoyed the show.
I'm Tim.
And I'm George.
Please check us out at insertcointheater.com. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/insertcointheater. And on Twitter at twitter.com/ICT_podcast. And also subscribe to the video, to our channel, please. Here on
we
YouTube.
love you.
Yes, we love you.
We make content for you.
And we want to make more content for you. So subscribe.
Yay.
We have many, many things that we want to show you.
So much things. So many things.
Good God.
They look so goddamn.
They look so goddamn like the same person.
I said to them, you want ice cream cone? Both of them say yes.
So good. It's called Mario Twins.
They look the same.
They look so much goddamn like the same person.
Like I have to say it.
It's so good. All right, so thank you, and we'll see you on episode 2.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Woo-hoo!